Good morning everyone. My name is Nur Umi Syafiah binti Muhammad Idwan. I'm from 2 PSMP TSLB along with
I'm thankful from 2 PSMP TSLB.
Okay, today we'll be telling a story entitled Finding Emotions. It was just an ordinary day and Abigail would just play with her dolls. However, the day went a little bit different with her going to the playground. At the playground, she met a lot of friends there, and she also noticed how everyone behaved differently. There was a child crying because she fell down onto the ground. There was a child who went furious and stomped his leg on the floor angrily because his toy was snatched. And there were children who had their face brightened up while playing tags happily. Above all, there were many scenarios happening, and she noticed how each and every child had their own special expression. She began to wonder why, she asked. And as an 8-year-old girl, she did not quite understand why people were behaving differently and why the children at the playground had different emotions. After she went back home, she kept wondering and pondering about the reason behind all of this. She was getting more and more curious. Slowly, her questioning drained her energy and she fell asleep soundly. The moment she woke up, she was amused by the scene presented in her view. The atmosphere was gloomy and somber, with just a dull tint of colors, land covered with pine trees and barren ground of dead. And to her amazement, she saw something when she lifted her head up to greet the sky. Something very different and unfitted to be in such a place. Colorful and fluffy blobs of clouds were hanging up in the sky. Blue, red, yellow, green, purple, orange, pink, and so much more colors are mingled together. As surreal as how a rainbow is presented vividly in front of the eye of Abigail. When she was looking around the forest, a red minuscule figure was rushing its way towards Abigail, approaching like a tiger, rolling her way speedily. There was also a similar figure in yellow color who was chasing the red, and both of them were facing their way. Red inspected Abigail by close, looking at her with his fierce eye. "Hey, who are you?" shouted Red. "Speak!" My name is Abigail," answered Abigail hesitantly. What a poor girl to be terrified like that. Is Red a bad person? Who is he? From behind Red, Yellow peeked out and greeted Abigail with the brightest smile she had ever seen in her entire life. Yellow's face brightened up like a luminous bulb. She smiled, grinning from ear to ear. "Hola, my name is Joy. Joy as in happy, happy as in me," said Joy while dancing and jumping around Abigail as a sign of greeting. Abigail smiled and laughed of how happy Joy was. "I am the joy in you. A gift warms our heart, and love makes us feel appreciated, and we feel satisfied when we get to eat the ice cream we always wanted to eat. Yummy!" exclaimed Joy like she was singing. "By the way, this is little red grumpy man is Anger." Look at his angry. Before Joy can finish her sentence, Anger barged in. "I am Anger, but not a little red grumpy man. I am Anger, I am Anger, I am Anger." His face was as red as a tomato, but almost as if he was going to explode. "I am the anger which helps you to fight off dread. Though you might be impatient and sometimes get out of control, but I am the anger within you. I woke up at all times, but you must always make sure it is me," said Anger. People say anger is potent spice. A pinch wakes you up, too much dull your senses. It is a good statement, but how dare they describe me as a spice? He grumbled and stomped his legs. Out of the blue, the bushes start rustling. Abigail caught a glimpse of slight movement. Behind the trees and bushes, something black was moving from tree to tree. Into the bushes, back and forth, Abigail was confused, but she then dismissed that as a hallucination. Without further ado, Abigail and the other continued their journey. Here they met Blue and Green, who were sitting next to each other. "Go ahead, introduce yourself," said Joy, convincing Abigail with her smile. "Hi," said Blue in an audible voice, looking tired and sleepy. Her eyes looking down, her mouth arched down like a bent arrow, dejected. While beside her, Green reacted like she was put in a room of reek of pungent onions. She looked annoyed. "Hello, my name is Abigail," greeted Abigail. "Okay, I'm Disgust," said Disgust, and she rolled her eyes. "What do you want?" "I'm here to find my emotion," answered Abigail. Disgust stood up, looking at Abigail with her hand crossed. "Oops!" It seems like she was really annoyed. And answer yes and answer no. No is a yes, yes is a no. She puzzled. The garbage that kept in the bin for decades smelled just like a dead rat. That is disgust. Vomiting is the reaction when things get smellier and dirtier, and that you came from you. Or perhaps you are a disgust to me," she said, turning her head to the side.
Disgust? How can you say that to this little girl? Cried Blue, starting to sob. As the tears flew down to her cheeks, she covered her face with both of her hands. "Come on, not again." Abigail stayed closer to Blue, her face concerned. "It's okay," said Abigail, hugging Blue. I am so sorry. I always get so emotional. My name is Sadness. I am quiet and sometimes I walk alone to see how blue the sky is during the day, and the moon in the night sometimes calms me. When that's lost, I feel sad. Sometimes I grieve and feel hopeless. But I'm sure there is a meaning for all of this, say Sadness. "Hey guys, there is one more emotion left," shouted Joy. "Oh yeah, the purple man who is always hiding in his own nasty house," mocked Disgust. Not long after, they strolled for a bit and finally reached Fear's house. Abigail knocked on the door, asking if Fear was inside. "Knock, knock, knock. Fear, are you inside?" There was no answer at first. Or maybe Fear was just ignoring Abigail. Abigail knocked on the door again. "Knock, knock, knock," asking if there's anyone inside. Fear finally gave in and peeked from the seam of the door. "Hello," greeted Purple. His voice trembled. "Hello, I am Abigail," replied Abigail. How can I help you?" I am here to find my emotions. I just want to know more about each and every of all of you." "Okay," Purple answered hesitantly. He has a worried face with wrinkles of him in between his eyebrows. "Sometimes I feel scared about the things and people around me. Just like monsters that chase me in my dreams. When I am feeling fear, I will run away. This might just eat me anytime. But it is always better to face the fear," explained Fear. Only after Abigail made friends with all of the emotions, she saw something. moving again, but this time it stayed static when Abigail caught up. Abigail and the others had their jaws dropped and eyes widened for his face blank and emotionless. His lean cheeks, it had 2 eye sockets but hollow, with no eyeballs. The black figure approached them, seemingly quiet yet obnoxious at the same time. The other emotions were perplexed, but they did not know who this black emotion was. It was something they had never seen. The black figure asked the other emotions whether they know him. He was dissatisfied by the answer, in which they called him unknown. Soon, the black aura slowly emanating up from his body, like smoke, like filthy air, it wrapped around him. "Where are you? What emotion do you carry?" asked Abigail. Unknown, unknown, void, empty, gone. The black mist of aura started to grow and expand on everyone. Something was wrong. Everyone was in disturbance. Joy, anger, sadness, disgust, and fear were confused. They were unsure what to do. Moments after, the black energy reached the core of the emotions. Their colors started to fade, and manifest gray color formed and covered their original colors up from toes to the head. They were now dull and emotionless. What are they now? The emotions then uttered nonsense, as if they had lost their originality. They had lost themselves with the dark energy. So he said, "I am void." For anger, "I am nothingness." And for sadness, he said, "I am emptiness." "I am blank." And the last one, fear, "I am barren." Black persuaded that Abigail that emotions were invalid and they should not be trusted. "Follow me, and you shall find the truth. I am your guide, your answer, and the one you have been always searching for." Slowly after, Abigail regained her senses and understood that all of these are the tricks of black to have her into the pit of darkness. With all of her might, she condemned black wrong. The more she corrected, the more the aura dissipated. The more she added, the more black was shrinking in size. As quiet as a whisper, black disappeared, and everything returned to its normal state, with all of the other emotions able to be themselves again. Abigail was alive, coming to an ending. She hugged each and every of the emotions and accepted them as they are for the reason that they existed for a reason and should always be appreciated. And lastly, the emotions navigated Abigail to a tunnel. They waved their last goodbye, and then there went Abigail into the tunnel.